They'll probably say, where exactly are you going with this? I see you really trying to take it there. Old school flows chew you out, ain't fair. Jordan pants.
Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy, To back at you. Y'all savage. Y'all say that a lot because I am a creature of habit. Like most fools that do a certain thing a certain way, they are a creature of habit. Like for the ones that say that and you've been incarcerated, you understand that most things you do in there, you do because you're a creature of habit. Whether you rep things a certain way, you clean a certain way, you're taught a certain way, and you follow a certain way. It's just how it is. But you know, for the ones that slow-minded and don't understand that fact, you know what I mean? But anyways, what I wanted to get into, which I seen something on I won't say the channel, but basically it was one of those things like how to survive in prison. And I see a lot of misconceptions out there, and I'm not necessarily pointing fingers at nobody because everybody has their own particular way of doing things. Every prison is a lot different. You got 23 and 1. He's from Virginia, so the way prison is conducted out there is a certain way. You had another dude that I was watching his channel, Something Fitness, and he's from Massachusetts, and he sees and does his things a lot different. I think he did some upwards of 5 years, so you know his whole outlook on things is a lot more grimy. Some people may not like him because they say he's rough around the edges, but for the most part he's just a straight out cat. Just like 23 and 1, he did a video basically where he was telling some dude, like, you know, basically to go the Christian way because dude was like skinny, sucked up, and basically he was gonna get ate up on the main line. And then the other dude said something along the line, I said I wasn't gonna get into it, but I might as well. Yeah, so the other dude wasn't really feeling it because he's basically like, hey, you telling him onto the PCO, which he wasn't. It was just, you know, it's two different outlooks on things. So many people see it different. 23 and 1 was right in his way, and the other guy, Something Fitness, was right in his way. When I figure out his name, I'll let it be known. But yeah, they both, you know, for the most part, it's over with that. But it's just like I watched that video and then I watch other cats that are just way out. Like you got, I think there was one where a dude was like a PC and he just has his face all over the internet. Like it's just a thing to do. And that's what I say, the game has got so watered down that, you know, there's no real structure to it anymore. You know what I mean? There's one thing to come on here and you say certain things that not detrimental to nobody and not really exposing it, and there's another to just come on here and blatantly just say fuck it, this is exactly how the program goes, exactly how the get down is, this is where the dope goes, like that. That's just stuff that should be way out. But people, you know, they do what they want, and like I said, it's that age to where people really don't care. But I'm just gonna break it down exactly how to make it in prison. And I'm gonna give you a few examples, not examples, but I'm gonna tell you basically how to do it and just be flat out about it. For one, don't fuck with no drugs. If you fuck with drugs, it's a dead end sentence. At the end of the day, there's only two things that happen. You either be able to pay your debt or you can get smashed on, blasted, and then you're gonna go out backwards. If you happen to stay solid, you're still gonna be a dope fiend. So that's one. Avoid that. Gambling, one thing. If you can't cover your debt and you're one of those that got family members that really don't back you, like you see other fools being backed, don't gamble. Because, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like you don't want to starve. Some people will hustle and do whatever they do to pay their debts, but still, you don't want to gamble because a lot of people are not going to wait for you to pay. Some people are real petty, so you own $20 and people on the street see it like it's not really nothing, but yay, I'm back. Anyways, you know what I mean? I had to turn it off because they were playing music in the background. It was loud and I don't want to get no copyright. They've already demonetized the video. They demonetized the video off the first 20 views on my last video. But that's just how YouTube is. It just, you know, they choose to do what they want to do. I'm going to go back to the subject at hand, but I also wanted to say that, you know what I mean, as far as like when it comes down to this internet stuff, the reason I said urban is for the simple fact that some people don't want to be called ghetto. Some people don't want to say it's black slang. Some people don't want to say nothing like that. So I try to be sensitive to a lot of people's needs. Oh, and to the lots that be kind of doing this on here, like, this is how I see you, way. You know what I'm saying? Keyboard warrior like a motherfucker. Because, or here, I'll just give you this because, you know, you might need that to put in work that when you're not going to put in work. Anyways, it's Buddha. Let's get back to what I was saying. Anyway, so look at the whole thing is, dude, I'm just gonna keep it as simple as possible. Don't do dope, especially knowing that you're not always gonna be able to pay your debt. I've seen people with a gang of money, eventually their family just be like, you know what, I'm done. I'm tired of dealing with you. because they didn't burn bridges. They probably didn't been in pen a few times. And some just feel like they don't no longer need to take care of you because you're fucking up. So plain and simple, avoid the dope. Gambling. If you ain't one of those broke fools that's like, you know, not even broke it, but if you're one of those fools that don't need to do anything extra in order to come up, I will avoid gambling because, like I said, it's one of those things that can get you caught up so easy. I see motherfuckers and know motherfuckers that then got just because they owe like $20. People don't always have the patience that other people have. You might have dealt with one cat that you owed him a case, 2 cases of soups, and then it was like, okay, you know what, I'm not even tripping, I'm gonna let that go, or which it hardly happens, but it does happen, or you know, I'm gonna give you a couple of months to pay me. Nah, some people want it right then and there. You don't know what type of situation they're going through, so the best bet is to just don't gamble. Gambling is always a bad thing, especially when you ain't got the money to back it up. Like I said, if you ain't one of them fools with long money and you got a gang of shit on you to where you can give to them right then and there to keep them, you know, pacified, I would just avoid it because that it gets you hurt on the yard. That drugs, it gets you hurt on the yard. So avoid that. Another one is for the people that don't really know what side they want to be on. And believe me, this shit happens a lot. You got people that go to the county jail, bang one thing, and then come to the pen and try to bang another. And it always catches up with you. We've had homies literally that try to, you know, they go to the county, try to bang crip, and then they get to the pen and run into somebody that's their homeboy and try to run with them, and they get caught up and aired out. You have white dudes that try to run with the whites in the county, come to the pen and try to run with the homies, aired out. Don't do that. Choose your side and stay there. For the lots that always, you know, on the channel talking about, oh, I can, you know, solitude and all this, like, yeah, that's cool. You keep that high power shit for prison. Out here, you know, you still want a motherfucker to be warring with everybody. This is the streets, dog. And for the most part, some of you watchers that be talking, you can tell just by what you say that you have absolutely no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Some of you are straight PCs, and I can tell just by you phrase things. If you want me to go into details that you know, if you want to see shit like that in detail into like how the homies run, go to Perplex TV or whatever the fuck. He has no problem saying whatever. I don't know. It's just the way it is. Like I said, it's reckless on the internet now. So go to like that Perplex TV or whatever the hell that is. And that's not even trying to give him that exposure, but obviously some people really want to know exactly how all these little intricate things. He don't have no problem saying it, so whoever that is, go that way. But as far as like on Zod's channel, I'm not finna get into none of that. So obviously, like that's just not me. You know what I mean? But yeah, back to what I was talking about. Like I said, all this shit is mostly self-explanatory, but for the lots that, you know, really don't understand that, and they're just one of those that they're gonna get busted for the first time, avoid a lot of this shit. Like I said, drugs, gambling, know your size. Another one is this is a major one right here. Keep your freaking mouth shut. If you're in a situation to where like your celly's talking about something, don't be one of those fools that want to go back and gossip to the next fool. Because believe it or not, some people do that to see exactly where you at with it. They want to see if you're going to keep your mouth shut or if you're going to go tell the next motherfucker. And there's some cases that some homies are like bad guys and shit. You know, they can't keep that mouth shut. So they go and they yap over here. And then the motherfuckers that you yap to, you thought was something different. And they're actually cool. And you just made yourself look bad. And in some cases, it's not just look bad. You made it to where you about to be a victim because you didn't know how to keep your mouth shut. So always avoid that. Always avoid being the one to want to run your mouth. Don't be loud on the tier. Always be respectful of your neighbors, especially when it's time to go to sleep. You know, you got a situation, motherfucker just want to go to sleep. Don't try to bang your radio. Don't wolf through the vent. Don't do nothing like that. Anything that can be considered disrespect in your head, just use common sense. Avoid it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be slipping without your shoes. You know what I'm saying? Know that motherfuckers are always paying attention. That's all you got. Them the easiest way to make it in prison. And when it jump, handle your business. Win, lose, or draw. You want to know easy way for the people that may not always have it here. You know what I mean? Like that one fool said, your heart pumps putting, and not just the ones that are smarter. Don't be like some of us and be spinning the track by yourself. But also be aware if you do of you can. When you're busted after a while, you learn the energy. You see people, you see how they move, you start getting that tension. Trust your first instinct. You start feeling that tension, go kick it where the homies are at, or whatever car you run with. Know that, you know, it might be something that ain't, you know, that ain't right. Go kick it. Don't be one of them fools that's just stupid and trying to be ultra brave and be out there and just like, hey, I'm super badass. Because I'm going to tell you one thing. I don't give a fuck how big you are in prison. There's always somebody that'll break your ass down. And if they can't break you down physically, they'll put something in you that'll poke your lung out the back and through the heart and through the, you know what I'm saying? Basically, yeah. So just be wary of that. So that's all I'm really going to say on that. Mind your fucking business. Choose a side and stay that way. Don't gamble. Don't do drugs. Don't run your fucking mouth. And don't snitch. Don't PC. No matter how much pressure you know, because there's a lot of fools I know that be coming on this channel that are straight pesetas and they'll talk reckless as hell. And you know how I see them? Fucking keyboard warriors. Look at, I'm gonna attach this to this for some of you watchers that be running your mouth on here like said, you know, and it's like this. And this is no shot at nobody, but if you're from up north and you're woofing on me, that don't make no sense. Like, now if you're like a city over or you're somewhere within reason, I could see it if you were really trying to get that smoke. But if you're from way the fuck up there, and I can't even tell who you are, like, and you ain't got no profile, even for the watchers that came on here and you know they're from down here, but they have no profile, they ain't really trying to let you, they'll give you some other watcher's name so you can go try to run him and see if you can, whatever. But look it, don't be, and that's another thing, don't be like some of these cats that come on here woofing. Just, if you don't like something, you ain't gonna bust a grade right there in the moment, keep your mouth shut. Don't cause problems that's going to get other people to get hurt because it will come back on you. That's a few things that's all you got to, you know, really pay attention to when you go to prison. I'm going to tell you one major thing. And 23andOne covered it on his thing about the Christian. Like what he told the youngster, I mean, that's his choice to say what he wanted because, like I said, in Virginia, every prison is different. 23andOne is, I think, Christian, so you know he sees it a certain way. But I'm gonna tell you, out here in California State Prison, don't turn Christian unless you're gonna stay Christian, because if you turn Christian out here and you switch up, you're gonna get laid out in your yard. You don't understand how disrespectful, or that's not only disrespectful because you're faking, but you don't know how personal people take it on the yard. Like, people will wreck you for that. Like, literally take your win because you switch up. Don't do that. If you got busted, it's like I can see from the other point of the dude, something fitness, Mike's Fitness or something like that. He had a point. It's like, if you're gonna get busted and you gonna rock, you rocking on the street, you big gangbang, you big this and you big doing crime, stay with it when you hit the pen. Stay with it when you hit the jail, because that's when the motherfucking ass you give you your process. Like, you may have been a hardhead and doing stupid shit, but at least you stay with what you believed in. Don't go to prison and switch up unless you really feel like Christ is for you, or whether you're Muslim or whatever. If you're really feeling it, then by all means go that route, and I will, and I have no problem with that. I don't have problem with people that are religious. Nobody should. It's like, that's your calling, and as long as you know you got that, you got that. You did what you did, and cool. You know what I mean? But don't switch up and try to come back later and try to come back into the fold, because you're going to get broke the fuck up. Nobody likes that. You will never have a good night's sleep the whole time you're in prison, whatever term you on. You know what I mean? Always keep it solid. So, yeah, the 23andOne mention and some fitness, I like their videos because they had different points of views. But the ones I really wanted to mention, I'm not going to mention because there's no need to mention them. But those two, like, if you go check out their video, 23andOne, and dude, I think Mike's Fitness or something like that, go check out them videos and you'll get two different perspectives of exactly how people should conduct themselves. And on that note, I'm your boy Zod, and I'll be back at you tomorrow.
I hop on the beat and you know I'ma kill it. My nigga lose schools, you know that they drilling. I run on my money.
Kneel before Zod!